have 5 tips and tricks for making your Disneyland vacation top-notch. At least the 5 things that work really well for our family. This has saved us so much time.
We're not running around.
So much energy.
You can do it right from your phone.
We have literally not waited for a single ride. We get to be the first family in Disneyland!
They're gonna join us in a countdown from 10 to 1, but first they have a special message for you.
Let the magic begin!
Faster than ever.
Alright, so this vlog today, we are going to be sharing with you our experience in the Disneyland Resort Park, including California Adventure. We have a 5-day park hopper pass that we used. I have 5 tips and tricks for making your Disneyland vacation top-notch. At least the 5 things that work really well for our family. And so that's what today's vlog is going to be about. For my first tip, I would suggest you come prepared. And by prepared, I mean install the Disneyland app on your phone so that you can access all of the park attraction times, wait list times, information about the rides, whether or not there's height requirements or restrictions. And you can also do that at any time. It's a free app. It allows you to look at the wait times before your trip. So something that we like to do is look at the days of the week and kind of watch the wait times throughout the day to see how they surge and minimize based on hour of the day. Kind of gives you an idea of which rides you should try going on first. Also have the ability to locate restrooms around the park, drinking fountains. It tells you times of shows. You can reserve tickets and fast passes using the app. The app also offers you the option to do mobile ordering. We haven't used that yet, so if you've used that, tried it, and it's worked for you, that's great. Let me know in the comments below. But I think it's a nice option to have on there so you can order ahead. You can make dining reservations as well. Look at the app, explore what the attractions and events are, kind of have an idea of what you want to do and use that as a resource, a tool. Be prepared. Just know a lot of hotels will boast that they're across the street from Disneyland, but unless they're across the street from the gate, you are going to have to do a lot of walking. That's why we like the Del Sol. It's a little establishment that just really is almost across the street from the gate. We've stayed at other places that are across the street from Disneyland, but they were full blocks that we were walking to get into the park.
This video is not sponsored by Del Sol.
No, nothing is sponsored. We're just giving you tips and tricks and telling you what we like to do. For my second tip, I would say for sure you need to arrive early. If you're wanting to beat the crowds and not spend your time in long lines, arrive at the park early. They open the gates at about 7:30, even though the park officially opens at 8 o'clock in the morning. You can get into the gates and walk down Main Street right up to the entrances of the different lands pretty early. That's about 7:45. If you want to be at the front of the line at the gates, so that you are the front of the line at the entrances to all of the parks, you need to be here at the gates at 6:30 a.m. No later. Would you say that? 6:30? If you want to be in the front. The other perk to being in the front is the possibility of being selected as the family that gets to open Disneyland. We got to do that twice. Disclaimer, when they asked us to do it the second time, we informed them. We've already had this opportunity. You could choose this family next to us. Why don't you do that? And the cast member said, I've opened Disneyland more than one time too, so you should take the advantage of this. So if you get asked to open it twice, just do it. The cool thing about that is you are in front of the flowers and the Disneyland background, and they take pictures of you with nobody in the photos, so that's another bonus. So arrive early, that's key. You'll notice Brevin and Spencer are right there at front holding our spot. The one thing that kind of puts a kink in this is magic hour. There's an extra magic hour offered at one of the two parks every day. It's an extra early hour for guests of Disney resorts, and they can come into the park an hour earlier than everybody else. So if you want to be the first in the park and you don't have that extra magic hour, then go to the opposite park that isn't offering that option to guests.
I found this quarter on the ground.
So your tip is to look for loose change because you find it.
We have like lots of pennies and dimes and nickels and stuff. And this was our first quarter that we found.
So tip number 3, it's not bring ponchos, but you could do that. But I just got off of Splash Mountain, and some of us got a little bit more splashed
Poor little Ella
than
got
others.
completely drenched.
Ella's soaking. Yeah, it got us pretty good. So the tip actually that I was going to give you, tip number 3, is about Fast Pass, Max Pass, and Rider Switch passes. And if you don't utilize that resource in the Disneyland parks, then I'm sorry, you'll be doing
Then
a
you'll
lot of waiting in lines, and you won't ride very many rides.
You'll ride 5 rides the whole day.
With the Fast Pass, every large ride that has potentially a long line, they have an opportunity for you to go and get a Fast Pass using your ticket that allows you to have a return time that puts you in a line that bypasses the standby line and goes faster. So it's a Fast Pass. Yeah.
They give you a certain hour, they specify on the Fast Pass when to return, and you can hold multiple Fast Passes at once based on what return time you have. So if you got a Fast Pass for Thunder Mountain first thing in the morning, typically you can get one 30 minutes or so after that if it's within that return time. If it's close in that window, you can get another one for, say, Splash Mountain or whatever.
Well, we discovered this time around, and it is worth every single penny, and that is the Max Pass. Max Pass can be applied to your ticket. It's $15 per ticket per day, which seems kind of steep, like a steep price, but the benefits of the Max Pass is it allows you to use your app from anywhere in the park. Okay, once you check in for the day with your ticket, you can open up your Max Pass and you can start reserving those Fast Passes without having to go to the actual ride and get the Fast Pass on site.
Yeah, before you had to run to the ride with your printed pass, scan it, get a printed Fast Pass, and then return back to that ride whenever you were told to.
This has saved us so much time.
We're not running around.
So much energy.
You can do it right from your phone.
We have literally not waited for a single ride.
It tells you when you can get your next Fast Pass.
So you can set an alarm to remind yourself to get back on the app and reserve your next Fast Pass as soon as possible and get them waiting in a queue. If you do that and you overlap your Max Pass times or your Fast Pass times by around 30 minutes, you literally can go from ride to ride to
overlap
ride.
if the rides are close together, otherwise you're going to be running still.
Yeah.
So if you go look at the available return times, it will tell you exactly when that return time is, and you can decide whether you want it or not. If not, you can wait for later on in the day and check it again and get a different time to return to that ride.
And if the ride happens to break down during your Fast Pass return time, your app will automatically update with a Fast Pass option that allows you to use it on any other ride that it lists anytime during the day.
It's pretty slick.
It's awesome.
Very much recommended.
It is very much recommended. We have maxed out our rides.
I think we've gotten every penny's worth of our Max Pass.
Absolutely. The other advantage to the Max Pass is it automatically gives you photo pass for each day that you purchase the Max Pass. You can download for free any of the photos that are taken by a Disney cast member, and those have been some of our most awesome photos. I did not bring my big, huge camera and lug around on this trip, knowing that I would just grab a cast member to take
Let
a family
somebody else
photo.
take it for you.
And we've gotten some more family photos with all of us together
Than we
in
would've.
5 days that I've gotten.
Whoops. Sorry, Garrett. Garrett just opened up the backpack and found his flat cotton candy. You better eat some.
Like I said, Max Pass. It's a must. It's worth every penny.
Now we have to go dry off on Thunder Mountain Railroad
Yeah.
because we have a Max
A fast pass.
to
Waiting
return
for
within
us.
the next 15 minutes, so
That's
we need to
right.
go.
Wait, but I will say, I will point out another tip. We're out of this stage of life, which is rider switch. We used to
rider
we used to
switch.
come with
Strollers.
and children, and you can get a fast pass for your entire party for rides. But some rides you might have somebody who's too short to ride, like Indiana Jones or the Incredicoaster. In which case, somebody from your party will need to stay back with that person, that child. Make sure you tell a cast member as you enter, and they will give you a rider switch pass, which allows your group to go through the ride, get off, and switch off with the person who got stuck with the
They
toddler.
can have a piece.
They can get right back on using a fast pass.
I want a piece.
So,
Ella's gonna feed me cotton candy.
okay, we're gonna head out. We're just here at Docking Bay 7, food and cargo for dinner in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And I wanted to talk to you about my tip number
Like it?
4,
Well
which
done.
is food. What we do for food when we come on our trips to Disneyland is we make a stop at a grocery store right before we head to start out our week. So we get bread, we purchase peanut butter, jelly. We keep breakfast items and lunch items at the hotel. Our hotel actually offers a free continental breakfast, but it doesn't start until after we get to the park and get going. So we eat breakfast right before we head out, but we also take in our own food, our own snacks in our really awesome snack containers. As we show you our experience around Disneyland, be looking for those. So we bring in our own snacks, but of course we budget and splurge on things like blue milk and churros, and a newfound delicious food is churro toffee. And then we go back to the hotel for rest and lunch. That's how we stay within our budget, because food at Disneyland, it's a little pricey, but you can look at the prices of everything on the Disney app.
Hey.
Another thing I would suggest doing is follow a food vlogger that does strictly Disneyland foods. I personally like, her Instagram handle is Disney Hungry, and she has a website, I think it's called Picky Palette, and she comes to Disneyland and she tries all the foods, takes photographs of everything, shows you what it is, and then kind of gives her own reviews and tells you the location of all those items. And that's been really helpful because she's tipped me off on a lot of really great food choices. Like right tonight, we're having the Ronto Roasters,
Ronto wrap.
the Ronto wrap, and this girl said that this was good, and it's great. And also the breakfast chimichangas, that was really good too. Another one of her recommendations. So look online, study up, and make a list of your Disney food item must-haves, and make sure that's part of your experience. It's always, for me, part of the experience is getting to eat the food and try the things at the parks. Another tip for food at Disneyland is try to avoid the high traffic eating time. So if you can push yourself past noon and beyond about an hour, then you avoid crowds at the food establishments, but you also are riding rides when everybody's getting in line to eat their food. So that's another little tip. My 5th tip for making your Disneyland trip a success is to take a mid-afternoon break. Because we start out so early in the morning,
We're tired.
and we hit the pavement hard. In fact, one of our longest days, we got in almost 9 miles of walking. We start early. We hit most of the rides that we want to before the crowds really start to get thick at the afternoon hours. And so what we do is we go about as far as we can until we get the signal from our kids that they start getting hungry. They start getting a little agitated. That's time to take a break, come back to the hotel, That's where we've been eating lunch. That way we get out of the park when it's super hot and super crowded. And we come here, we take a nap. The littles like to jump in the pool for a few minutes, and then we can get all freshened up and we go back and hit the park around 5 o'clock. And then we've been eating dinner in the park and trying some of the food items there. That is what we do. So right now we're taking a break. We're gonna get everybody rested so that we can get the last few rides in. Especially tonight, we want to try and get back on Smuggler's Run and take in some fireworks and that sort of thing. So that's my tip number 5. Take a break in the middle of the day when it is the hottest and the crowds are the thickest. And hopefully you found some valuable information in those tips that we provided to make your Disneyland vacation a smashing success. No matter what you do, just remember, this is a magical place. Enjoy it all. We have enjoyed it thoroughly. It's just awesome. We've left Spencer at the hotel with Garrett and Ella, and we're gonna head over to Disneyland right now to get our tickets so that tomorrow morning we're ready to hit the ground running. Early.
There's no running allowed.
Oh, there's no running in Disneyland, but we can walk at a fast pace. This is where I get to show off that I might have been a very good professional fast walker.
Speed walker.
Speed walker, that's what they're called, speed walkers at Disneyland. And this is where we like to get our beignets at the Ralph Brennan's Jazz Kitchen. This is a must-do at Disneyland. Beignets. Right now we're in the World of Disney. It's a store, a souvenir shop in downtown Disney, and we are going to pick out some souvenirs. What have you got already? Ella wanted to get these cute earrings for her because she's got her ears pierced, and so she's got some Minnie Mouse earrings. We're going to find Brevin and Spencer and Garrett and Dad and see what they're looking at getting. Where are they at? You see them anywhere? Where'd they go? There they are. What did you guys find?
Just lots of different stuff. Mugs, phone cases.
Mugs and phone cases and fans. We've arrived at our hotel in Anaheim, and one of the first things that Garrett and Ella want to do is jump in the pool. There they are. We're just leaving our hotel, and we're kind of going in shifts. It is 6:45 California time. Jason and the boys have gone ahead. They are going to be waiting at the gates, and they got there about 6:30. Then when park opens, if you are far up there, you can get right in and on all the rides really quickly. That's our plan. We're wearing our Star Wars shirts today, yes?
Yep.
I've got my Millennium Falcon t-shirt on because we were hoping to get on Smuggler's Run.
Candy.
It's gonna be awesome. Well done, my young Padawans. You are first in line at the gate.
Look at those cute things.
Okay, so go ahead and get
What just happened? What just happened? There's 6 of us.
and then you guys are gonna hold right here.
Hello! We get to be the first family in Disneyland!
Okay, that's all for your 5-day harbor pass.
Okay.
Okay, hold on to it until you finish your
Okay.
visit, okay?
Oh, perfect timing.
Yes, Veg.
Okay, perfect. Where's Coach visiting from?
Utah.
Utah.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, follow me. Whoa. So we'll get started in just a few minutes.
Yes.
This is awesome for the vlog.
I think we get to count down and like, tell them to open the gates or something cool like that.
Yeah, so once we get the all clear from Mickey, we're going to help welcome everyone into the park. So I'll start by introducing you guys. What's your last name?
Park.
Park?
Park.
Family from Utah. So we're gonna help welcome everyone into the park. When I give you guys the cue, you guys are gonna say, "Let the magic begin," as loud as you can.
Okay, we could do it,
Wake
yeah.
everyone up, so we have to be really loud. And then once we do that, we're gonna count down from 10 to 1, and you guys are good to go.
Sweet. We're just getting ready to open up Disneyland.
Good morning, everyone! Good morning! On behalf of Mickey Mouse and all of his friends, we'd like to welcome you to Disneyland, the happiest place on earth! We have the wonderful Park family visiting from Utah. Let's give them a warm Disney welcome!
Hey!
So they're going to join us in a countdown from 10 to 1, but first they have a special message for you.
Let the magic begin! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1! Thank you! Gotta walk, Garrett, walk! Good morning! Good morning!
Exactly like Uncle Grandpa.
Good morning, good morning!
Mom, you just cut me off.
I'm sorry, you gotta walk like Mom at Disneyland.
I still have longer legs.
Well, if you don't move them as fast as me, then you're not gonna get there as quick.
I take longer strides.
Let us dispense with pleasantry. You are bold to display such misguided allegiance. Is it true that you are training as an X-Wing pilot to attack the Imperial base?
No, I just like the shirt.
I will take you at your word.
Oh,
Guys, I hope we're spies. For us.
almost as tall.
Spies and treasure, right?
Almost. Oh yeah, look. I need some more hair.
We're having a little snack pit stop before we jump on Autopia. How's it going so far?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep. I
Yeah.
want to do Star Tours again, but no one will go with me.
I'll go with
I'll
you.
go with you. I'm going to be the spy, well, whether you like it or not. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Don't crash, okay? Keep your eyes on the road. Oh, ow. Spencer's behind us. Wait, is that Garrett in front of us?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Keep pushing, Garrett. Wow. We made it. Ella did so good. We're number 4. We got to park in number 4. Good job, Ella. There she is. Yay!
Hey, we're getting ready to get on Radiator Springs Racers.
Hey, I hope we make it back to Mission Breakout in time.
Yes. Are you ready
Let's
to
go
do
break them out.
Mission Breakout?
Mr. Break.
Have you done this ride yet?
Whoa. Got me spinning. I got right in the face.
Me too. I got it. We're back again. We're gonna keep spinning. Faster than ever.
What the heck was that? Where did that come from? What? What was that? I thought it was gonna go off. Like, I thought it was just gonna stop. And it didn't.
Ella, did you like that?
Can I get a churro now? A warm churro? Now I want a hot churro so I can rub it on my cold body and get nice and warm.
Look at my back too. You're soaking wet.
Can we get a churro though, please? Like, can we get a churro?
I think we could get a churro. We need, like, could be our dessert.
Go build it yourself over at the bar.
Oh, dude, let's go. This is mine, right?
So as we're sitting down to dinner, Jason told me that I look like... I said, how's my hair? And Jason said I look like Elaine after she comes out of the bagel shop.
Sorry.
I don't know how I feel about that. We are ending the night off with a little bit of churros. And we're gonna do Soaring Over California.
Brevin trying to eat
and
mine.
head back. How's that churro?
So good.
Eating churros and enjoying Dances with Wolves. I think that's the Dances with Wolves soundtrack.
Uh-oh, nope, that's gonna get copyrighted.
Oh, sorry.